Hi everybody, my name's Doug Wilson, and this is Yellow Hawk Customs Outdoors. This guy, right? Anyway, what's the guy's name?
Jonathan Nolan.
Jonathan Nolan from Alaska?
He's in Alaska, I believe.
He's a SARS facilitator?
Search and rescue volunteer.
Right. He asked us to do a video on the 10 essentials for, you know, a day hike, an overnight, or whatever, okay? Bob and I are older than most of you guys, okay? We came up doing this stuff, but we didn't call it the 10 essentials. We just called it prepared.
What we needed.
Just be prepared,
what we
right?
needed. Thought we needed.
So Bob is going to show you guys what he and I probably, right, would carry for a day hike or an overnighter as far as essentials.
Right.
All right? So you guys stay tuned, and please don't go away. We'll be right back.
Okay, Jonathan, this is for you, man. I'm sure he is frustrated.
It's for everybody else, too.
Well, it's for everybody, but I'm saying he specifically asked for it on the Yellow Hawk, or on the Click, actually. He asked for it on the Click. I guess those types of people who have to rescue get very frustrated with people who go out into the bush.
Novices.
With nothing, or they're not prepared for something, okay? And this is going to take in what I believe I would take for just a day hike. Okay, now you have the 10 C's by Canterbury, you have the 10 Essentials by Boy Scouts of America, you have the 6 Essentials by Cub Scouts, you've got the 10 Essentials by the American Mountain Club. Everyone's got one. Okay, okay, and there are about 5 that you really should have on your person when you go anywhere. Okay, as far as I'm concerned, and these 5 should stay with you even when you backpack and you go for longer periods of time. Okay, I know everybody has their favorites. I know everybody, you know, feels something's important, others not. This is not a judgmental thing. It's just putting it out there how I see it. Okay. I got okay. He's taking a coffee break. I go by the nomenclature of who, what, where, when, and how. Okay. So the first one is who. Who are you going with out into on a trail or a bush or whatever? Are they handicapped in any way? You have to think about that. Are they young? You have to think about that. Do you have to carry extra diapers or bottles or whatever? You have to think about that. So, how many people are going? As far as snacks are concerned, are they all going to carry their own stuff? Or are you going to be responsible for carrying their, you know, oatmeal bars, and they should carry their own water, you know, so forth, okay? So, who's going? Who? Secondly is, what are you going to do? Okay. Are you going to go across a glacier? Are you going to hike up mountains? Are you going to bicycle there? Are you going to kayak or canoe there for a day trip? You know, what are you going to do when you go there? You guys might want to get out of your car, walk 100 feet and do your bow drill stuff, you know, whatever. So gear and what you take for a day is going to be different. So who, what, where? Where are you going? Are you going to a beach? Are you going to the mountains? Are you going to a desert?
Every situation is going to be different.
Are you going to the woodlands? You know, are you going to a marsh? So your gear for the day is going to fit that certain, you know, who, what, where, or locale. Okay. So who, what, where, and why. Okay. Why are you going? Okay. Are you going to do bushcrafting stuff? But then you got to bring your cooks carving stuff and, you know, your axes and, you know, and so forth and so on. Are you going to rappel? You got to carry rope. The other thing,
that brings back some memories.
If you're in the mountains, I would carry rope, at least 50 feet of kermantle of some, you know, 9 diameters or 11 diameter rope, whatever, and a couple of beaners, you know, whatever.
Big
you know,
rate.
where are you going? You know, who, what, where, why are you going? We already said that. Who, what, where, why? Is that? Are you okay? You're going to do skills? Are you going to teach people things or show them another area? Now you might want to show them an area that you can facilitate or get to because you're in better shape and they can't. So you have to be careful they don't fall, you know, so forth and so on. Who, what, where, why, and how. Okay. How are you going to do it? Okay. You're going to walk in, like I said. You're going to drive in, whatever. Okay. So that's my criteria for the carrying what I carry. Who, what, where, when, and how. Okay. Now.
Why?
And why. Okay. So, anyway, I was going to write it down, but it didn't look good on the video. So,
the stroll in the ear thing, I took too much out last
that's right.
time.
Yeah, I'm depressed. So anyway, I'm just going to go over some things that, you know, I mean, for the most part, if I went for a day hike, I'm going to a state park. The state park, let's say Catoctin. Okay, Catoctin has designated trails. All right, there's some. You are going up a mountain. Okay, we used to rappel up there. Okay, you're not going to get lost.
There's no water up there.
There's no water, so you'll carry your water. You know, if you're going to rappel, you'll carry your beaners and your rope. You know, if you're just going to have a lunch, you'll sit on the top of the rocks and look at the sun or whatever and have lunch. Okay. Now your weather. Okay. Are you going to leave on a sunny day to go up there? You're going to leave on a snowy day to go up. You know. So you dress accordingly. All right. But for the most part, people who day hike don't go into the barren wilderness unless you live out west. You know, or in the deserts or the mountains. You know, the Cascades
right, and that's
or
all there
whatever.
is.
and we don't particularly have a lot of that here, unless you go into the 100-mile wilderness area in Maine, or you go in upstate Pennsylvania, upstate New York, or whatever. Okay. But for the most part, wherever you're going, your trails are well established. Second part is that they're near towns. There are hospitals, there are places you can buy food, there are police, there's EMS, there's rescue, whatever. So when I go for a day hike, I don't carry all the stuff you guys carry because I'm not in that barren, you know, desolate land. But if I were to be, you know, for a day, these are some of the things I would take. All right. First of all, if I'm going to go for a day hike, I'm not going to take my backpack. You know, 6,000 cubic inches. You know, 4,500 cubic inches, 3,800 cubic. I'm not a bushcrafter, so I'm not lugging gear for a homestead, okay? I'm just going to walk a trail, all right? Look at the nature, be alone. If people with me, I like whatever, okay? I personally like these fanny packs by Mountain Smith. I've got a couple of them. They have strap beds, they have sternum straps, you know. They have a lot of capacity, double pockets.
Add to some of these too.
Yeah,
right?
yep. And then they got side, you know, water pouches, whatever, hip belt, and all. Okay, that's what I like. All right. That being said, one of the things I always carry is a cutting tool of some sort. Okay. This right here is a Swiss Army knife. or actually it's the German issue. I like the small saw. I like the spear point. Okay, these are all Victorinox, whatever. I mean, if anything, you carry this or a multi-tool, whatever, okay, or a more complicated Swiss Army knife. On it, I have my P38 for opening up cans. That's more effective can opener than the one here, okay? Now, if I want to go to a bigger knife, which I'd like to have a bigger knife with me, I go to a 4-inch to a 6-inch type Kuka style knife. This is made by Tapio Virkala. This is a really nice knife, and to do bigger, larger, things. Okay, whittling, cutting cheese, bread, so forth and so on. All right. So I'd like to have a small knife and a large knife with me. Okay. I'm only going for a day hike. I'm not going to chop anything up. Okay. Now, one of you guys might say, "Oh, what happens if you get lost and you got to spend the night with her?" Well, you can break sticks with your hands. You can put sticks between trees and break them. Okay. If you need to make a shelter. Right. The other thing that I like to take with me is walking sticks. Okay. There you go. Walking sticks. These are actually skiing sticks that I got at Goodwill for like $3. They're all steel. They got nice baskets on them for in the snow, whatever. They work well. I can use them and tie them out as corners for a tarp, for a poncho, and that's another thing you might want to carry. You might want to carry a poncho because it works as a rain cover and as a tarp. Okay, but I think walking sticks are essential, especially since I'm getting older and I'm not good on my feet anymore. 4 points of contact is what you would like to have. Also, they can be used as splints. They can push snakes away. They can stab people, whatever. Okay. Next, I would take is some type of covering or coverage. A lot of you guys have your 10 by 10 tarps or whatever, and that's good. Okay. This is a bivy sack. I'm not going to take it out. It's a bivy sack. All right. I can get down inside of it. I can wrap myself around it. I can sit on top of it. Whatever. But it's a bivy. Okay. And another thing you might want to take is a black plastic garbage bag. Okay. Black plastic bags are great. You can fill them full of leaves, get down inside the leaves. You can cut out a neck portion, wear it as a raincoat. All kinds of things. And if it's heavy, durable mill, you can use it for a sack. Okay? So that's your coverage, all right? Now, you talk about a first aid kit, all right? You know my feelings on first aid kits, okay? For a day hike, the only thing I might even take is Band-Aids. I probably wouldn't even take them, but I'm doing it for those people who are sort of paranoid that they need to have a first aid kit. Band-Aids, that's it. Do I want to clean my incision up, whatever? Wipes.
90% of your injuries in the field, cuts and scrapes.
So you have wipes, okay? Like I said before, you have a belt on you can use for a constricting band. Most people carry some sort of, and this is my other thing I carry all the time, is a bandana, okay, which can be used for a bandage, okay, whatever. I think it's cotton. I believe it's cotton. All right, or the big thing is a shema. There's a shema, okay. All right. So for your first aid need. All right. Next is containers. All right. Now, I like metal containers. I don't take plastic containers into the bush unless I have a metal one also. Okay. There's a reason. Plastic breaks. It cracks when it's cold. Okay. And you can't cook with it. If this is all I have and I need to boil water, it's metal. It's not insulated. Okay. I can take the top off. I can hang it over a fire, and there. I always carry metal with me, never plastic. I don't care for plastic at all when it comes to carrying water and cooking or whatever, metal. Okay. Now the other things you can throw in there, this is a British Crusader cup. You can put in a canteen cup, whatever, in there. I've got matches in the cup. I keep my stove in there sometimes. Okay. You're really going to have a large group of people, and you want to make, I don't know, soup for them or something. You leave early in the morning. You're going to have a nice lunch. Get a cutting board, cut up cheese and bread and sausages, and people make tea, whatever. You can carry a bigger pot. Okay. And in that case, I'm not going to make a a regular wood fire. Most parks won't let you make a wood fire. I have an MSR, a pocket rocket, and I have a container, canister, which I would make probably smaller than this. I'll take it with you. Okay. You know, to me, cooking's not essential. I mean, I personally don't like to go out just for a day and make a sandwich and cook my coffee and sit there and then I gotta leave. That's why we go for 3 and 4 days. I'm not, for you guys, that's all you can do. That's great. Nothing wrong with that. Personally, I just, if I don't, a day hike for me, we're gonna go to a breakfast joint or to a McDonald's or something for lunch or whatever.
We do a lot of eating out.
Yeah, so we're not gonna, you know, I'm not gonna cook. All right. Next,
restaurants.
Restaurants. Yeah. Next would be combustion, lighter. Okay. I would have a ferro rod with me. I like them. Okay. So that matches whatever. I do like a ferro rod, but you can get more strikes out of a ferro rod than you can out of a lighter sometimes.
That's kind of a no-brainer.
Yep. Another thing is sharpening. If you have a knife and you're lost, you can't sharpen your knife's no good for you, or to you, unless you can find some stones, rocks that'll accommodate you. This is a steel and a ceramic. All right. I like that. Yeah. I think Doug gave me one of these. But I like to have. I need to be able to sharpen my instruments. Okay. Period. All right. Also, a compass. A compass for me is sort of like this north, south, east, and west. It's just directional. I don't need no degrees, nothing. When you go to a state park, you normally, they usually have a trail map they give you, or you can take. I take them all the time because I want to assess my area. I want to see where I'm going. A watch is also important to have a watch with you. How much time it's going to take you to get there? What is there? Whatever. So a map and a compass, you know, unless well, phone's good too. That's my other thing. But that's sort of everybody carries a phone. It's sort of a natural thing.
That's a given.
That's a given. But as far as the compass is concerned, I just want to find direction, four cardinal direction. Because you get a map, and unless you're like in the middle of Wyoming, you know, or the Rockies, then you need a good, you know, a terrain type map that's quadrant off into, you know, what, so many 100 meters, grid squares and whatever. And that's what a good compass would be good for. Okay, I don't go there.
Yeah, if you had to shoot azimuths and stuff like
yeah.
that, terrain negotiation,
orienting,
you know,
whatever. But I have it just because I have it. Okay. All right, cordage. Everybody wears these wrist bandanas, which has got like I don't know, 90 feet, 50 feet of paracord on it. There's your cordage right there, and also it's decorative and it makes you look like a He-Man. All right. All right. Light. Got a flashlight. It can be a headlight. It can be anything you want. You know, whatever. All right. This is a cheapie. It's just a light. Okay. All right. Headlight, good. Now, you may want to take something that you like. Some people take a sketchbook. Some people take a journal. Some people take photography. You know, take a camera, which you could take with your phone anyway. You know, you take pictures with your phone. Me personally, I like my pipe. Okay, so I like to smoke my pipe. This is my Hobbit pipe. Okay, it's probably the only time I smoke is when I'm in the woods.
I like the pipe too.
And sit down and just puff and drink some tea or drink some coffee. All right. Now, another essential that isn't, you know, it's just something extra. I take canvas needles with me. That's the innards of a paracord right there. And this is another one that I put them together this way.
You spend enough time in the field, eventually you're going to have to repair some gear.
Right, right. And the thing is, if you're out for a long time, you may need wool blankets, you might do rawhide, you may need to clothe yourself, you may need to make containers, so forth and so on. So I always carry needles when I can. So another thing that's one of the essential thing is sunscreen and chapstick. Okay. I don't know why. Sunscreen's never saved my life. Okay. I wear a hat. I wear long clothing in the sun. Blah blah blah. And I just maybe I haven't been out in the desert. And I'm part Choctaw Indian, so I'm dark anyway. But anyway, sunglasses. You may have sunglasses, you may not have sunglasses. I mean, most people, sunny day, I put sunglasses on, so I'm going to have them anyway. All right. The chapstick, though, what's good about that is you can run your paracord through it and wax your cord. Okay, if you want to maintain your cord longevity. Okay, so it doesn't break down, whatever. And I don't know if you can start a fire with chapstick, can you?
Yeah.
A wax, I'm sure you could probably.
Yeah, if you put it on the right material.
I probably could start a fire with it, you know. So that might be a good thing for you.
It's petroleum based.
Yeah, for you people who have, you know, chapped lips. I mean, if you drink enough water, you shouldn't have chapped lips. Okay. One other thing that I take with me. I'm going to use it. One other thing I take with me is my key ring. It happens to be a locking beaner. It's also a great knuckle buster. Okay. And on it also is my old Navy dog tags, which won't do anything. Another P38 and a bottle opener, just in case you get to a old moonshine still and you need to pop bottles. Whatever. Okay, but I can take my keys off and I can use this with the rope because I'm in a mountainous area, and I can rappel, or I can pull gear up, pull gear down, or if you're in bear country, you want to pull your gear up in the air, keep them away from that. But you're only going for a day hike, you know, so you wouldn't have to worry about that. And two other items. One is a rain jacket. Now, this is a North Face, but it's a nice light rain jacket. It'll work for insulation as an outer shell and keep you warmer in a colder climate. Okay. Frog Dogs is a good value type. It comes in its own pack of pants and top. It would be good to carry if you know you're going to be in inclement weather for that day or maybe that overnight. Rain gear. And last but not least would be extra, well, food, Cliff Bars, I don't know, candies, you know, whatever, you know, of course water, which will be in your container, all right, or, you know, Gatorades and things of that nature. But when I backpack, okay, I take a knit hat, some type of long john pants, some type of long john top, some type of wool mittens or gloves, okay, and an extra pair of wool socks. And they're in a plastic bag so they don't get wet, so they don't do any good wet, okay. And they're always in my backpack. Like my pack is packed right now on my Jeep. It has it in there. I'm not unpacking it to show you. All year round, summer, spring, I don't care. Those 5 items come with me all the time. All the time. They have saved my butt on a warm April jaunt, and that night it drops to like 20 degrees. And I only have a 30-degree bag or a 50-degree bag, okay? So I can put them on, all right? And I think that that's one of the most important things, especially if you get lost and you have to spend a night out in the boonies. One other thing is learn how to make shelters. Learn how to make a fire, okay?
Even simple shelters.
Simple stuff. Learn how to learn emergency codes. Before you leave, you should have a trip plan for everything. Let your mom know, your dad know, your aunt, your wife, whatever. My wife has a string of phone numbers in places where I go with him. He has his phone number, even though he's with me. Maybe I'm hurt, he's not. But she has the park ranger number, whatever, in case I don't come back within a certain period of time. Okay? So, for you people who are going out into the great Alaskan areas and valleys and plains and mountains, you got to really take care of yourself.
Yeah, Alaska, the weather changes like that.
And these guys with the SAR, they got to come out and take care of you. And nothing wrong with that, but you need to take care of yourself. And, you know, forewarned is forearmed. Okay? Or the Scout motto, which I live by, is be prepared. And only with time and experience will you be able to cut things down that you think you need or you don't need. Right. And that's why we did this video.
This is a very personal thing, essentially.
So we hope this helps you, and you can modify it, you can make it bigger, you can make it littler, but remember, you got to carry it, not me. So what you need is here.
I want to make one comment about rain gear, okay? Bob mentioned Frog Dogs. Frog Dogs are great, okay? If you're not doing any strenuous work, if you're not carrying firewood around, I'm telling you, this is a voice of experience. frog togs are slightly built, right? They're not very tough. I've put so many holes in frog togs, and as soon as your rain gear gets a hole in it, it's worthless, because that one hole can soak your entire back. You know, capillary action. The water gets in, starts spreading around, and then you feel miserable, especially if it's cold weather. I like these tougher shells, these nylon shells. I know I went with the frog tog thing, I was testing them, and they just don't cut it for me, right? They're just too slight.
You can get a heavier one. I bought a heavier one.
Yeah, you can buy heavier ones.
It costs a little bit more, like 40, 50 bucks,
right.
but you can get one.
Exactly. I have, it's called a Toads. That's a pretty tough, it's built like that, but made by frog togs. The other thing is for a day hike, right? This is what I generally carry for a day hike. This is a Hidden Woodsman day ruck, right? A smaller day ruck. I'm telling you what, Malcolm Coder at the Hidden Woodsman builds some of the toughest gear I have ever seen. Handmade stuff, right? Handcrafted. He is really good at what he does. So if you guys are looking for a decent day ruck or a couple of day pack or whatever, check out the Hidden Woodsman, Malcolm Coder. He's on Facebook, and he'll set you up. He's a great guy. He's got a YouTube channel. You know, these are aftermarket pockets. These are mil-spec Monkey tactical pockets, and they fit right on his backpacks, right on his gear, right on his haversacks. I carry this every day. This is my everyday carry. I take it everywhere. Restaurants, supermarkets, everywhere I'm carrying this, okay? And it's got a multitude of EDC gear in it, right? Anything from building a fire to covering my ass in cold weather, right? So this is a haversack built by him. Hell, this is almost 4 years old, 3 years old. And I carry it every single day. And it is in perfect shape, right? So, Malcolm Coder, the Hidden Woodsman, if you're so inclined.
And here's your 5 essentials right here already in this little pack.
Aha!
Little package. I carry needle holders too, because I personally don't like multi-tool stuff. Needle holders are good for, of course, suturing, but for pulling little shit out and whatever, you know. But
needle holders, not hemostats.
Yeah, this is a needle holder, and there you have it. I mean, it's all right here.
All right, guys. I hope this video helped you guys out. It sure as hell helped me out. So we'll see you on the next video. See ya!
Thank you. Out.